Hi students, we completed lymph circulatory system in previous classes. So the human beings possess two types of circulatory systems, namely lymph circulatory system and blood circulatory system. We completed lymph circulatory system. Today we discuss about the blood circulatory system in human beings. The blood circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels, blood. These are the parts of human blood circulatory systems. Today we discuss about the circulating pathways, circulating pathways and plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. So today we discuss about the circulating pathways and plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. First we discuss about the circulating pathways. The circulatory pattern. The circulatory patterns are two types. The circulatory patterns are two types, namely open type circulation and closed type circulation. So the circulatory patterns are two types, open type circulation and closed type circulation. First we discuss about the open type circulation. This is heart. This is artery. This is open space or body cavity of the animal. This is vein. This is heart. In some animals, the heart pumps its blood into arteries. Now, arteries carries this blood and release it into open spaces or body cavities of that organism. From there, the blood enter into veins. Now veins carry this blood and release it into heart. Here blood travel through open spaces or body cavities of the organism. This type of circulation is called open type circulation. So the blood flows through the open spaces or body cavities is called open type of circulation. Why the blood travel through the body cavities or open spaces in some animals. Generally, arteries arteries divides into arterioles. This is artery. These are arterioles. Next, arterioles reach to tissues of the organs and divides into hair-like tubes. Hair-like tubes. These are called blood capillaries. The blood capillaries joins to form venules. The venules joins to form vein. In this process, the heart pumps its blood into arteries. Now arteries carries this blood and release it into arterioles. From there, the blood passes into blood capillaries. Now blood capillaries carries this blood and release into venules. From there, it enter into veins. Now veins carries this blood and released into heart. In this process, blood travel inside the blood vessels. In this process, arterioles and blood capillaries are present. But in the open type of circulation, the arterioles, blood capillaries and venules are absent. Here, the blood capillaries connects the arteries with veins. So, blood capillaries are connecting links between arteries and veins. So, blood travel inside the blood vessels. But in the open type of circulation, the blood travel through the body cavities or open spaces due to absence of blood capillaries. So, in the open type of circulation, arteries does not connect with veins. Between arteries and veins, blood travel through the body cavities. So this type of circulation is called open type of circulation. Example, arthropods, leech, arthropods, molluscans, echinodermates, next ascidians. So here, leech, arthropods, molluscans, echinodermates are non-chordates. Ascidians are chordates. So, open type of circulation is exhibited by leeches, arthropods, molluscans, echinodermates and ascidians. Here, the leech is annelid. So, leech, arthropods, molluscans, echinodermates and Echodermids are non-chordates and ascidians are chordates. So this is the open type of circulation. So in this circulation, blood travel through the body cavities or open spaces. Next, a closed type of circulation. In this process, the heart pumps its blood into arteries. Arteries carries this blood and release its blood into blood capillaries through arterioles. Now, the blood capillaries carry this blood to veins through venules. Now, veins release its blood into heart. So, in this process, the blood travel inside the blood vessels. So, this type of circulation is called closed type of circulation. Closed type of circulation. So, in the closed type of, why the blood travel through the or inside the blood vessels? Due to presence of blood capillaries. The blood capillaries connects the arteries and veins. So the blood travel inside the blood vessels. So this type of circulation is called closed type of circulation. Example, annelids, cephalopods. Cephalopods are molluscans. Cephalopods. So, annelids and cephalopods are non-chordates. Next, cephalochordates. Cephalochordates and all vertebrates. All vertebrates. So here, annelids, cephalopods are non-chordates, cephalochordates and vertebrates are chordates. So these animals exhibits closed type of circulation. So this is the circulating pathways, open type circulation and closed type circulation. Now we discuss about the plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. So the plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. In the vertebrates, the principal differences in the blood vascular system involve the gradual differentiation of the heart into two separate pumps as they evolved from the gill breathing aquatic life to the lung breathing complete terrestrial. So the plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. In the vertebrates, the principal differences in the blood vascular system involves the gradual differentiation of the heart into two separate pumps as they evolved from the gill breathing aquatic life to the lung breathing terrestrial, complete terrestrial. The plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates. So we discuss about the plan of circulating system in the vertebrates. First, fishes. We discuss about the plan of circulatory system in the fishes. Fishes possess two-chambered heart. Fishes possess two-chambered heart. The upper chamber is called atrium. Lower chamber is called ventricle. So this is atrium. This is ventricle. So fish possess two-chambered heart. Upper chamber is called atrium. Lower chamber is called ventricle. Here fishes are gill-breathing animals. The respiratory organs of fishes are gills. Fishes are aquatic animals, so they respire through gills. So fishes possess two-chambered heart, single atrium and single ventricle. The heart of the fishes pumps its blood to gills. So the deoxygenated blood. So heart pumps its deoxygenated blood to gills through blood vessel. For oxygenation. So heart pumps deoxygenated blood to gills for oxygenation. In the gills, so the blood which is enter into gills from heart possesses carbon dioxide. This blood enter into gills. In the gills, the O2 from water diffuse into blood of gills. At the same time, the CO2 from the blood of gills diffuse into water. So respiratory gases are exchanged in the gills. So now this blood is oxygenated blood. So gills possess oxygenated blood. Now the gills supply its oxygenated blood to body organs through blood vessel. The body organs receive oxygen and release its CO2 into blood. So now the oxygenated blood converts into deoxygenated blood in the body organs. Now body organs send its blood to heart through blood vessel. So body organs send its deoxygenated blood to heart. Now heart supply its blood to gills. Deoxygenated blood to gills for oxygenation. So the heart pumps its blood only to gills, not body organs. So the heart in the fishes is called branchial heart. because the heart supplies its deoxygenated blood directly to gills, not body organs. This type of heart is called bronchial heart. So fishes possess bronchial heart. So in in this circulation, blood travel through the heart only once. In a complete circulation, in this circulation, the blood passes through heart only once. So this type of circulation is called single circulation. Single circulation. So in a complete circulation, heart, the blood passes from heart to gills. From there, reach to body organs. Now body organs send this blood to heart. In this complete circulation, blood passes through heart only once. This type of circulation is called single circulation. Single circulation. So heart of the fishes exhibits single circulation. So this is the plan of circulatory system in the fishes. Next, amphibians and reptiles. Amphibians and reptiles. We discuss about the plan of circulatory system in the amphibians and reptiles. First, amphibians. So this is the heart of amphibians. Amphibians possess three-chambered heart. Three-chambered heart. The upper two chambers are called atria. Lower single chamber is called ventricle. This is right atrium. Right atrium. This is left atrium. This is ventricle. So amphibians possess three-chamber heart. Upper two chambers are called atria. Lower chamber is called ventricle. Now the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood from body organs. Left atrium receives oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood from lungs. So the right atrium fills with deoxygenated blood. Left atrium fills with oxygenated blood. The deoxygenated and oxygenated blood does not mix in the atria. Does not mix in the atria. The both bloods are travel separately. So deoxygenated blood travel through the right atrium. Oxygenated blood travel through the left atrium. Next, the deoxygenated blood from right atrium flows into ventricle. At the same time, the oxygenated blood from left atrium flows into ventricle. So, Ventricle possess mixed blood. Mixed blood. Right atrium release its deoxygenated blood and left atrium release its oxygenated blood into ventricle. Ventricle is a single chamber. So the oxygen, deoxygenated blood and oxygenated both are mixed in the ventricle. So ventricle possesses deoxygenated blood. The ventricle pumps its blood to body organs. Which blood is pumped by ventricle? Mixed blood. So ventricle pumps mixed blood to body organs. So in the ventricle, all deoxygenated and oxygenated blood does not travel separately. Both are mixed in the ventricle. So mixed blood travel through the ventricle. So this is the amphibians. Next, reptiles. Reptiles also so the reptiles possess incompletely divided three-chambered heart. Incompletely divided three-chambered heart. Reptiles also possess two atria, right atrium, left atrium. So the upper two chambers are called atria, right atrium, left atrium. The ventricle of the reptiles partially divided. So ventricle of the reptiles is partially divided. So reptiles possess partially divided three-chambered heart. Ventricle divides partially, but in the amphibians, ventricle does not divide partially or complete. In reptiles, ventricle divides partially, but the crocodile is a reptile. Crocodile is a reptile. In the crocodiles, the ventricle completely divides into two chambers. So crocodile possesses completely divided four-chambered heart. So crocodile possesses two atria and two ventricles. So ventricle is completely divided in the crocodile. The remaining reptiles possess partially divided three-chambered heart. Here, the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood. Left atrium receives oxygenated blood. So the deoxygenated and oxygenated bloods does not mix in the atria. These two types of blood flows into ventricle. So in the ventricle, deoxygenated and oxygenated bloods are mixed. So ventricle of the reptiles also possess mixed blood. So in the amphibians and reptiles, two circulations appears only in the atria. But in the ventricle, single circulation appears. This type of circulation is called incompletely double circulation. Incompletely double circulation. So amphibians and reptiles exhibits incompletely double circulation. Incompletely double circulation. The pure and impure or oxygenated and deoxygenated blood travel separately only in the atria. Double circulation appears in the atria, but in the ventricle does not divide into two chambers. So the oxygenated deoxygenated blood are mixed in the ventricle. So in the ventricles single circulation appears. So this type of circulation is called incompletely double circulation. Incomplete double circulation. So amphibians and reptiles exhibits incomplete double circulation. Next, birds and mammals. Birds and mammals possess completely divided four-chambered heart. Completely divided four-chambered heart. The upper two chambers are called atria. The lower two chambers are called ventricles. So ventricles in the birds and mammals divides into two separate chambers. This is right atrium. This is left atrium. This is right ventricle. This is left ventricle. Here, the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from body organs. Next, left atrium collects oxygenated blood from lungs. So right atrium fills with deoxygenated blood, left atrium fills with oxygenated blood. Next, the deoxygenated blood from right atrium flows into right ventricle. So right ventricle filled with deoxygenated blood. Blood from right ventricle came from right atrium. Right atrium fills with deoxygenated blood. So the right atrium and right ventricle fills with deoxygenated blood. Next, the left atrium release its oxygenated blood into ventricle. So ventricle fill with oxygenated blood. So the left atrium and left ventricle fill with oxygenated blood. So in the birds and mammals, two circulation pathways are appears. In the heart of birds and mammals, two circulatory pathways are appears. One circulatory pathway is deoxygenated blood travel through the right atrium and right ventricle. So the deoxygenated blood travel through heart to its right side chambers. Next, oxygenated blood travel through left atrium and left ventricle. So, oxygenated blood travel through heart, its left side. The deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood does not mix in the heart of birds and mammals. So, deoxygenated and oxygenated blood travel through heart separately. So, two circulations are appears. This type of circulation is called double circulation. Double circulation. So, but in the birds and mammals, two circulatory pathways are appear. Number one, pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. So, two circulatory pathways are appears in the heart of birds and mammals, namely pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. What is pulmonary circulation? So, the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from body organs. This blood flows into right ventricle. Now, the right ventricle pumps its blood to lungs for oxygenation. Now, so the deoxygenated blood, right ventricle pumps its deoxygenated blood to lungs through pulmonary artery. For oxygenation. In the lungs, deoxygenated blood transform into oxygenated blood. Gases are exchanged in the lungs. So, the pure blood is formed in the lungs. Now, the lungs send its oxygenated blood to left atrium. So, left atrium fills with oxygenated blood. This circulation is called pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary means lungs. So, this is the circulatory pathway. Pulmonary circulation. So, pulmonary circulation occurs between heart and lungs. Deoxygenated blood reach to lungs from right ventricle through pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the deoxygenated blood transforms into oxygenated blood. This oxygenated blood released into left atrium through pulmonary vein. This circulation is called pulmonary circulation. In next, systemic circulation. The oxygenated blood from left atrium flows into left ventricle. Now, the left ventricle pumps its oxygenated blood to body organs. So, the left ventricle pumps its oxygenated blood to body organs. The body organs receives oxygen and release CO2. Now, the oxygenated blood transforms into deoxygenated blood in the body organs. Now body organs sends its deoxygenated blood to right atrium of the heart. Right atrium of the heart. This circulation is called systemic circulation. The systemic circulation occurs between heart and body organs. Heart and body organs. So the oxygenated left ventricle pumps its oxygenated blood to body organs through systemic arch. Through systemic arch. In the body organs, gases are exchanged. The O2 from oxygenated blood enter into body organs. The CO2 from body organs released into blood. So now the oxygenated blood transforms into deoxygenated blood. This deoxygenated blood sent to right atrium of the heart from body organs. This type of circulation is called systemic circulation. So the pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation together forms the double circulation. Double circulation. So the blood travel in a complete circulation. In a complete circulation, blood travel through the heart twice. Through the heart twice. This type of circulation is called double circulation. Twice means once the blood travel through right atrium and right ventricle. Next, at the same time, the blood travel to left atrium and left ventricle. So once the deoxygenated blood travel through the right side, the second time the oxygenated blood travel through the heart, its left side. So blood travel through hearts in twice. This type of circulation is called double circulation. So fishes exhibits single circulation, amphibians and reptiles exhibits incomplete double circulation, but birds and mammals exhibits double circulation. The double circulation consists of pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. So this is the plan of circulatory system in the vertebrates.